Welcome, Aquarius. Welcome to Renee in Tune. This video is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Maybe a little Venus as well, depending on what comes out. Let's see. I've got tons of cards falling out here. I feel like they're all for you, so we're going to roll with it. Man, everything jumped out right at once. Let's get a couple of oracle messages too before we hop right into it. Aquarius, again, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is a general collective Aquarius message, so it may not, all of the pieces of it may not resonate with you specifically. Take what's for you and leave what does not, or what is not for you. This is timeless, so it's for you whenever you see it. Aquarius. Okay, let's talk about it. All right, we've got the Queen of Coins showing up here. I love this energy. Aquarius, this is giving me big career vibes, okay? Not just career vibes. It's like career and personal vibes. We've got it backed up here with the High Priestess. So it's like the more that you think, it's like I feel like you transitioning. You think that you're supposed to be working hard, like working yourself to death, right? So that you can find your abundance, because that's what you want. You want to find your stability. You think that you do that by working all the time, right? But it's like you've been now starting to go into your solitude a bit more. You've been learning how to maybe meditate, some of you, or you've just been spending a lot more time alone and more comfortable in your own energy and your own company. You've wanted it that way. You haven't really been wanting to talk to too many people or spend a lot of time around other people. Sorry, I heard some noises at the door. But you know, and even some of you on a more spiritual note, if you're getting into that journey, some of you may even be getting into your Akashic records, learning more about your past lives, kind of opening and activating and tapping into that energy. Or you've been reading a lot of books, reading a lot of books. Maybe that's your pastime, some of you, and just, not in a more tangible level. But some of you have been maybe reading a lot of more books that are geared towards self-development or spiritual matters, or even learning about your astrology. Some of you are diving more into your makeup, your spiritual makeup, your soul makeup. You've been learning who you are, learning yourself, right? Some of you, even if you're not into that, you've just been, which if you're watching this, you're probably into that. So, but we're just all inclusive here. You could just be really like spending more time alone, reading books and doing your own thing. Some of you are writers. I don't know why that's coming up. Some of you like to write. But you've been learning more about yourself and who you are without everything and everybody else around you all the time, without working all the time, without being around people all the time. You've been learning how to, I get the energy that you're the person that people call in your family. Like people call you because they need something, whatever it is, advice or a resource, or for you to point them in the right direction, or for you to help them with some money or a favor. It's like people call you. They see you as this grounded individual, whether you feel that way or not. They see you that way, and so they're just like, okay, Aquarius, like what can you tell me about this? You know what I mean? So you're used to being around people all the time. You're used to being called upon. You're used to being busy working all the time, and you realize that drained you. So now you're pulling back. You're pulling back. You're spending more time alone. Some of you could have even been uncomfortable alone because it's like too much time for emotions. So you're like, you're so analytical. You're in your head a lot. So you're like, let me just work and keep busy so I don't have to deal with that. But you've now gotten more comfortable with that. You've gotten into a space where you can do that more. And as you do that, you start finding that, damn, my abundance is actually growing. My work is actually being more successful, more productive. And I'm spending less time on it. I'm spending more time on me. So you're finding a balance where you're spending an even amount of time on your work and your self. And so you're finding that your work-life balance is starting to come into a more even keel. And you're going to be able to like make the money that you need, but also take care of your family and take care of the people around you and take care of yourself as well. You're incorporating that into things, and you're starting to see that it can be productive, even though that didn't equate to you before. There's a lot of Virgo energy here and Pisces energy here. Some of you have Virgo Pisces placements or are connecting with Virgos and Pisces around you. Um, the Knight of Coins is here, so you are literally putting in the work. You're seeing it. You're seeing the stability. You're seeing the work-life balance. You're seeing being able to be resourceful for your children or your family members, but having still being able to have time for yourself. You're seeing what you want more. You're learning what you want more. You're learning what makes you more happy, even in terms of your career. You know, the Knight of Coins is here, so you're working hard. You're understanding that if you put in the work now, you will reach your happiness. The Sun card. If you put in the work, if you put in the dedication, you will reach your strength. You will reach your vitality, your growth, right? For some of you, this is internal work. You're doing internal work and you're being more attentive about it. Again, meditating, getting to know your soul, getting into your internal workings, your emotions, your intuition, trusting your intuition, and getting a little less in your, being a little less in your head as much, or in your tangible, practical world as much. You're noticing that if I balance my spiritual and tangible world, that they can be, I can be grounded, right? And so this is like, it's about your money, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like yes, your money is going to be a result. You know what I mean? The work you're putting in is really internal. You're doing internal work. A lot of you are doing shadow work. A lot of you are healing from things. A lot of you are focusing on your emotions. You're doing more internal work. You're working on yourself. A lot of you are working on your habits, your routines. You're putting day-to-day intentive, internal work on yourself, right? And as you do so, you're finding your growth and happiness, but you're also finding your work-life balance and your abundance, your stability, your resourcefulness for those around you, but without you being drained. You being able to be that way, but be sweat free. You know what I mean? And a lot of you have Taurus placements or Leo placements, or you are connecting with those zodiac signs. But you're striving. You're striving towards this happiness. You're striving towards this goal. And it's been a long time coming. You've been striving for a long time, but now you're finding the missing pieces, the pieces that you weren't aware of, before. The Judgment card is here. So many of you are going through spiritual awakenings. You're going through epiphanies. You're having epiphanies. You're getting revelations. You're receiving answers that were missing to you. Some of you are receiving second chances at something that you put down before, that you didn't think you could do. For many of you, it's career-wise, or like a talent, a gift, a skill that you have. The Judgment card is here to tell you that you can do that. You can pick it back up. And answers are coming towards you to show you what you're capable of, to show you what you're working for, and to remind you why you should keep at it, stick with it, and to show you glimpses of what you're going to find in the long run, right? There's a lot of balancing of the scales happening here. You're mending something from your past that was all out of whack. The Emperor card is here. So it's like you've been resistant because you get stubborn at times. You want to do things your way or the highway, right? But you are also rising to leadership that you know is yours. Rising to leading people. Some of you are like generals, judges. You're in the maybe judicial system in some way, or you are like a mentor in some way. You are like maybe like a counselor, psychologist. It's like you work with people who need you. You work with the youth or something like that. For some of you, you're very dictator like sometimes, right? Like you have the dominance to be a leader, right? But sometimes it can cost you because you get resistant to the change because you're like, no, this is how I'm doing it. That dominance kicks in, that need to control your emotions kicks in. But then on other times you rise to the occasion. You know that you're gifted. You know that you are emotional. You know that that matters. You know that you do have a strong effect on other people. So you get into this, you're stepping into this leadership quality. You're rising up in your business. You're starting a business. You're running a company. You're rising to a higher position in your work. You're climbing. You're climbing your way to the top. You're stepping into a leadership position, even in terms of the world, in terms of, things that humanitarian based issues, things that you are passionate about, because you are a general, natural, like humanitarian person, like humanitarian based person. You care about the world, you care about causes, and there are things that you are rising up to. So there's like something that you didn't think you could do before that you're going to be able to do. You're going to rise up to the occasion. The answers are coming towards you, leadership position, humanitarian cause, just, or just like providing for your family, being a provider. There are things that you're rising up to the occasion of. Okay. And for some of you, this is a second chance because you thought that you had lost out on that. But for many of you, you're getting epiphanies and answers and revelations that are showing you that you can do so. Um, Very big Libra and Aries energy coming in. So you could have heavy Libra and Aries placements, or, be connecting with a Libra or Aries. But all in all, the Eight of Cups is here. So you're walking away from a past where those things were not doable for you, where they were overwhelming, where they were draining, where they were something you felt you couldn't reach or achieve. Okay. You're walking away from fears and limitations on those things, career wise and talent wise, right? And even stability wise when it comes to caring for your family and your abundance, right? Your happiness as well. And the Knight of Cups is here. So you're going to find yourself inspired. You're going to find yourself stepping into creative, um, you know, inspiration, gifts from the universe. You may even find yourself coming across a little bit of money. You could probably be like some of you, or if you're into like the lottery or something, play the lottery. You might win a little something, that you could invest. For some of you, you're meeting people, you're connecting with people, you're networking with people that are going to bring you inspiration, want to work with you. Some of you are just feeling a lot more. You're walking away from heaviness and you're feeling a lot more light. You're feeling a lot more, fun, a lot more enjoyment, you know. There's a lot of Cancer energy here as well. Some of you could be connecting with a Cancer, or have heavy Cancer placements. You are walking away from heaviness and you're feeling a lot more lighthearted these days. Very soon, if you're not already, maybe within the next 2 months, I feel you really feeling that lighthearted energy coming in terms of everything you've worked hard for, in terms of your career, your work, in terms of being a stable provider for your family, and in terms of just finding happiness within your life and within yourself, your accomplishments. At the bottom of the deck, there's the Two of Swords. So you do feel a bit of indecision on something right now. Maybe it is your career choice or the direction you're going in that way, something that you want to do. In terms of your finances and stability, you might be undecided about what that is exactly, or you don't have all of the information that you need so far. You could be even avoiding, some of you are avoiding something that you feel called and guided to do. I feel like the next 2 months, that indecision is really going to lift. Things are really going to be clear. Answers again are coming in towards you. And you're really going to see exactly what it is that you're working for and you're striving for here. And you're really going to see those things in terms of yourself as opposed to just everyone else. You're going to find you're going to find it. It's going to feel a lot less heavy. You're being guided to hold your vision. Okay, hold your vision, stick with it. Hold your vision, stick with it. That fixed energy is okay sometimes. It's the thing that makes you stick with something. So yes, it can be stubborn, and yes, it can be resistant, but you're transitioning from being stubborn and resistant to change, to being fixed and holding on to your vision, holding on to the things that you know are going to work out for you, even if it's been a long battle and you have to work hard for it every day. Balance your spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Pisces energy showing up again heavily. You should figure out where Pisces is on your natal chart and work there. Again, this to me is that balance between the Queen of Coins, which is very tangible energy, and the High Priestess, which is very spiritual energy, and you're balancing the two. You're finding stability in terms of caring for yourself, and then that boiling over into caring for others. And there being a strong productivity there because you're balancing it as opposed to draining yourself in one end or the other, right? So you're being guided to continue doing that. Balance your spirituality and your practicality. Okay. Full moon talks about releasing. So you want to release any fears. You want to release any limitations. You want to release any um, negative thought processes surrounding what you have been working hard on. And then you want to believe in the impossible. Blue moon energy. It's that expression, the blue moon, once in a blue moon. There are things that we just don't think will happen. You just don't think something will happen for you, but it will. Believe in the impossible. It will happen for you. It is yours to be had. Um, you will be successful. It is yours to be had. Aquarius, I hope that you heard something you needed to hear in this message. Like, comment, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Visit reneeintune.com if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me. All of the information is there. Read the descriptions. You'll get a full understanding of what my services are. If you're interested in full moon or new moon messages, you can find that on my website as well. If you are interested in learning tarot or learning astrology, you can find that information on my website as well. You can find links to all of my social medias. You can also find links to my donation options if you feel called to do so via Cash App or PayPal. There was something that just hit my brain, but it left just as quick. What was it? You can catch me on IG doing live videos often if that's something you're interested in. Stay tuned. There will be new videos coming out, so look out for that. Thank you so much.